G'day! In today's video I'm opening up or unboxing a Sunshine S-918E, and this is a temperature controlled heat pad. My previous one has died on me, which was from 2018, and this has had many run times of hours. The unit completely failed. I believe the capacitors failed, there's no voltage getting through it, but it's beyond the scope of my repairs. I ordered 2 of these from China, which rocked up within about 2 weeks of ordering. I picked the US plug, which for me is irrelevant, so that's no good, as I'm in Australia. Next up, let's have a look here and see what we see. The mat itself feels to be of thinner quality, a lot more flexy. And the other part that I'm curious of it is it also contains a few USBs at the top. So I've got input here, voltage selection. I don't know what's going on over here, someone's lunch. Must have been testing it out. The overall material itself is thinner. Now let's have a look at the Chinese user manual. Temperature switch, voltage, power. Let's see if we've got on or off. And then up here we can adjust it. The mat itself does seem to slide just fine. And I am liking that it's a vertical side where I'm more usually dealing this way. With my other one I did have it plugged in that way, but the power lead was either here or over here. So comparing the density of the mat, if I hold this one up against here, you can definitely see a bit of thickness. I'm going to use my AU plug, wherever I can find that. What do we got here? Do not force bend, do not use as a blanket, do not into the cleaning water. Fair enough, good advice. Make sure the switch and winning a split screen treasure box away from water to avoid short circuit. Do not scratch, cut, pierce, which will cause short circuit. Do not let children touch it to avoid danger. 0 to 120 degrees Celsius. Let's connect up some power and see what happens. Now I've got power plugged in. 220 selected. I flick on. We have a screen lighting up here. Now, assumably if I press this, enter, nope, set. So what are we on? We're currently, typically I operate at 75 degrees Celsius. I find that nice. Set, 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 enter. You can already feel the pad heating up. And on the back here we have a 5-volt USB. So I'm curious, if I plug this in here, do we truly get 5 volt? Here we go, 5.24 volt, a little bit out of spec. Just going to unplug my light. There we go. So I've got 5.24, plug it into this phone here. There we go, 5.15. So voltage is a little high, but I would say it's within spec. But also the main purpose that I like these USBs for will be when I go to transfer or connect up my firmware transfer tool for various iPhones. So you can either use it as a charger, as a power source for any USB device that you require. So I do find that nicely convenient. I do have this little screw holder over here. Granted, it seems odd that this is electric and you're going to be going like this with a power lead right here. So that I'm not too much of a fan of. I don't think that's going to be a feature I'm really going to use. This did surprise me. I thought this was going to be hard plastic. It's actually metal. That is rather unique. Still charging just fine. 1.8 amps. So it's actually outputting pretty much close to what it suggested it was going to. The toggle switch on the side here. So overall, this is going to be my new heat pad. The sticker should come off just fine now, as it's rather warm. This one is the Sunshine S-918E. Let's try an iPad on there, or at least get an idea of its sizing. Here we go. So iPad for scale, perfectly usable. Typically leave them face down at 75 degrees. They normally get fairly toasty from there. So overall, the temperature of this is heating up quite nicely. Very light. It's surprisingly thin, the rubber matting. But overall, it's going to be a good replacement for my CPB, which has failed. So Sunshine, I'll be using this in the future. Anyway, that's just the unboxing of it, and I hope this helps, and I'll catch you later. Bye.